Hey, this is the Hellion from the Hellion Rocks. Today, I'm very lucky to be talking to Stephen Pearcy. What's going on, bro?
Uh, busy, taking care of some Smash business here.
Speaking of Smash, man, new record. Tell us about it.
Well, it's quite a diverse record. We spent a lot of time on it. Eric Ferentinos and myself, my lead guitar player in the solo band, co-wrote most. Our bass player, uh, you know, uh, did a great job engineering, mixing, and doing his thing. And it was produced by myself and Matt Thorne. Uh, we spent a whole lot of time, wrote a whole lot of music, and just wanted the best material. And it took a long time, and it's actually out on vinyl, and that's the way I wanted it to be heard, as a full record, the beginning, middle, and an end. And I think we accomplished that. And we're going to go out and hit the road here doing solo shows early this next month up till July 2nd. In between those, as you know, Rat has got its tail. We got Rat by the tail, so we're going to be doing a handful of festivals, and that starts first show on the 11th of this month.
Nice. I've been listening to Smash for a little bit now, and solid record, bro. Solid. It
Thank you.
it's got everything. I pick up like vibes from Aerosmith all the way to Zeppelin, and it's good cranked up in a car. And I was really cool to hear this record come out, and it wasn't like you were trying to reinvent the wheel. It's just good, solid rock and roll music.
Well, it's interesting because we didn't really try to emulate or do or rap or this. We just came up with songs, and my guitar player and I just went to town on lyrics that had more substance. And of course, I threw in a couple songs that were fun, like Lollipop, but I wanted it to be an adventure. But I also kept in mind what I listened to when I grew up: Zeppelin's, early Aerosmith, Blue Oyster Cult, Sabbath, the Cooper, and the way they structured their music and on albums. And I wanted that ebb and flow, especially in terms of like how Zeppelin would present a record. They would give you, Heartbreaker, not Heartbreaker, Immigrant Song, and then take you back with, uh, some kind of acoustic thing.
Right.
I wanted it to have this trip, this ebb and flow, left, right, and at the end of the record, leave you kind of, wow, that was a nice ride. I got here safely, but I don't know where we're going to meet up again. So it took a lot of time, a lot of hard work.
That's funny you say that, because that's how I was going to talk to you about, was that in listening to the record, it was like a journey. Again, I find myself listening to music in the car a lot when I'm traveling, and to me, like I've said it before on other records, it's a good record when you put it on, you don't skip a song, and then it's over, and you're like, wow, that was pretty cool.
Mm. Yeah, we even thought of even mastering it. We had Bo Hill, Rat producer, mix and master I Can't Take It, one song, and we pretty much used that as a schematic to how to make the songs better or up to that par, because he couldn't be involved in the whole record. So even down to the mastering process, we wanted to not compress it, to where if you listen to it, you can always turn it up, and people will go, oh, there's the bass, or there's the thing. It was made for volume. It was made and structured like 70s kind of an album,
And it worked.
So yeah, I think we did it because nowadays people are compressing things thinking, they have been for a while, and just because put more icing on a cake doesn't make it taste better.
Right.
You know, so, but as far as the compression and all these other things that are studio lingo and things, you know, if you do too much of it, it squashes your sound, and your music can't actually breathe. And another thing I wanted to do deliberately in these songs is let the songs breathe, like the EP, like Out of the Cellar, you know. There's air in between. You can think of for a second before, you know, the second verse or something, you know. And I also wanted to hit people right away with the chorus, you know. I wanted to, like, immediately get people's attention right away, you know. This is what's going to happen. You know, you don't have to wait for it. It's going to happen right now, you know.
Right. And, you know, the vibe I got from this is, you know, back in the day, I remember when people made music for fun. You know, and if you made a few bucks along the way, hey, great. This record has that. You made it for fun. You made it from the heart. You know, it wasn't like you were trying to prove any damn thing. You just had melodies and songs in your soul, and you wanted to get them out. And that's how I take this record.
And you know, we had so many songs, it was ridiculous. I mean, a lot of the songs I wrote on my own that were great, you know, didn't even make it. And my guitar player, Eric, kept coming up with these songs, and we'd be recording, and I'd go, forget about that song. We're working on this one now. Get off the drops. Get, you know, stop the press, you know.
Nice.
And we... and then when Frontiers came into the picture, then we scrapped up everything and started from scratch. We just said, all right, we've got all these songs, let's pick the best. And we were writing as we were recording, and it just, I wrote lyrics 24/7. I mean, it was literally a 24/7, 3-month experience, you know. There was not one moment that none of us, Matt, Eric and myself, or Greg, who didn't have a thought on something, how to make it better, less is more. What can we do to this? What can we do to that, you know?
Exactly. You know, the track off there that I find that calls to me the most is Shut Down Baby. God, I love that track. Tell me about it, man.
Thank you. That's a big thing. You know, we wanted to write songs also that we can play live. We're going to be doing probably 4 or 5 songs for the record, maybe more, who knows. That song is interesting because that's the first song when Frontiers got involved that we did. And when I went in to do vocals, I did 2 vocal lead tracks, and then I walked away from it, and I go, let's get back to that later. That sounds pretty cool for right now. We kept going back to it, and we're going, well, this doesn't really need anything else, you know? There's nothing else to do here. All right, let's get back to it later. And then it finally just go, okay, I think that song is done, you know? Time for put that one away, but every other, you know, all the songs we wanted to give the same attention, you know, get back to it if it was you know, a little lopsided here and there, or needed editing, or we would redo the songs, you know. We really, it was a thought process, you know. It wasn't just go in there and bang out some songs and take it from there. We have about 10, 15 songs that are ready to go for another record already, you know.
That's, you know, and the record itself, I could tell that there's a word for that, craftsmanship. You know, it wasn't hurried. It wasn't just thrown together. You know, like you said, you can crank the volume up on it. The quality's good. The writing's there. Everything's there. This is what, you know, caused us to fall in love with rock and roll music. And I'm glad to see that, you know, you're still out there doing it, and there's other people still out there doing it. We haven't given it up, you know. The music industry, in my opinion, is not dead. It's just changed back to the way it was in the hands of the people.
It's getting there, and that's interesting you say that, because, you know, whoever said rock was dead, rock is never going to die, and you can't say any genre of music is going to either. The thing with us, where we came from in the 80s, you know, Van Halen kicked it off. That's the reason I moved to LA in 1980. Motley went there. We became friends. We were both doing the same thing. Quiet Riot was out there. Wasp was there. I mean, you had all these new bands. It was new, dangerous, fun, exciting, colorful, you know, and I think people that never goes away because, look, the first time I saw the real Zeppelin, I had the opportunity to see him 3 times. The first time I saw him, I went, oh, this is crazy. And I wasn't even into music. It wasn't until I saw Van Halen, I was into music, and I went, oh, shit, there's something going down here that is going to be mind-boggling, and I want to be a part of it, you know. So for people to be into what's going down, what we did then, it's never going away. They want that back. People want that back, you know. There's great bands out there right now, some good bands from the 90s, a handful. But there was nothing like the 80s, like there was nothing like the 70s or the 60s or the 50s, you know what I mean?
Right. You know, and I remember you would go to a show and you would get dressed up because it made you feel good. And that was the critical thing. You know, you left everything behind. You'd go to a show or a club and hang out or listen to a record, and everything else melted away, and you just had a good time, and you got rid of all your sadness. And that's what I think we need to do again. People are looking for that, and that's why you see shows, you know, taking off again. People listening to this older music, and it's still relevant.
Yeah, that's interesting because I just did an interview and the guy was saying, how come you guys never really did a live DVD or this? And I go, well, you know, I'm from the old school and you know, the reason Zeppelin never did anything like that except the song remains the same is you want to, or a lot of bands, is you want people to experience it. You want them to smell it, taste it, feel it, sweat it, be part of it. You know, so Rat was never a band to like follow we got to put out a live video or we got to do this. There's plenty of bootlegging of that around now. Granted, a lot of it sucks, but we have a lot of stuff in the can that we've never released just because we don't feel that people should see us that way on a small screen, you know. You know, I'd like people to, and since day one, you know, hey, when we got signed to Atlantic, we looked at each other like, you know, if it's good enough for the Stones and Led Zeppelin, it's good enough for Rat.
Right. You know, and
it's the same pretense, you know.
Right. I've seen Rat. I've seen you perform. I can't even tell you how many times. And the thing about a Rat performance was it was never the same. You know, every time I saw it, it was different, and that is cool. That's what makes it awesome. Is, you know, you're feeling the moment, and you know you're drawing off the energy of the crowd, and you're adapting the songs for the moment, and that was really cool. That was magical.
Yeah, you know, with a lot of bands, you know, we didn't go out there trying to be schematic. I think nowadays, you know, we go out there, we try, you know, of course we're going to be better than we ever were, but it's not the same without Robin. It never will be. All we can do is do what we do. But as far as me personally, I'm concerned, hey, 100 people, 1,000, 10,000, 20, 30, it's all the same to me. It's a party, man. And if I trip or if I say hello Memphis and I'm in, you know, frickin' Omaha, I'm a lead singer. It's my job to screw up. Now I'm having a good time, and that's why I'm there. I'm not there to be Memorex. I'm not, you know, the same thing with my solo band. You know, we're a whole different animal, but it's the same concept. Hey, you get fired up, all you're doing is putting fuel in my tank, and the more you get out of me. So, you know, let's go. So, you know, that's how the approach we take. So you're right, yeah.
That's perfect. So you're taking the solo act on the road here for a bit. How long are you going to be on the road with that, promoting Smash?
It depends. We start early next month, and I think about 4 dates, and then we keep playing up until June 2nd, and probably add some more shows here and there. But As I say, you know, getting Rat back by the tail here, it's a little more complex. We're trying to, you know, I wanted to have the same, you know, we want to take time and do it a little more meticulous than previous, you know. They're not reunions to me. Just getting back together. We wanted, you know, we have a handful of festivals, half a dozen or so, and most we're headlining, I guess. We start at the 11th of this month doing one show, and you know, we'll see what happens there. All I know is we want to try to start working on a new Rat record end of the year. Warren and I have already demoed a couple songs, which sound great. And if we're going to do another record, it's going to be as good as the EP meets Cellar meets Invasion. And we're not going to settle for less. We want the shows to be amazing, and they won't interfere with each other, and that's all good, fine and dandy, you know.
Perfect. So tell people where they can pick up Smash. You know, I recommend it, guys. It's a great record. Where can people grab it?
Yeah, Smash is worldwide, man. You know, you got the internet, you got iTunes, you got Space Tunes, you got Mars Tunes, you got everything, you know. And it's on Frontiers. You can order it on vinyl, which is incredible. I mean, that's what this record was made for. And it's out now. The video, 10 Miles Wide, just shot a few days ago, and that's going to be out soon enough. And we're very happy. Radio's picking up, or whatever you call it now, intertesticle radio.
Right, man.
But it's getting played. It's, you know, we're getting number ones here and there, and the record's doing good, so we're quite happy. You know, we just let the ebb and flow. You know.
Nice. So my show goes out to 140 countries around the world, and what I like to do before I sign off with people I talk to is, the floor is yours, Stephen. Tell the world what you want to tell them. Anything.
Tell the world. Okay, well, let's go back to tell the world. You know, hey, look, it's only rock and roll. We called it Rat and Roll. Right now, I'm going to smash it up, and we're going to have a good time. Look forward to seeing everybody. And personally speaking, it's a privilege to still be able to yell at you people. Some call it singing. I call it yelling at you. And giving you the best we can, and let's go to the party.
Perfect. What a way to end it. Been talking to Stephen Pearcy, vocalist from Rat, brand new record, Smash. Great guy, great rock and roll music. Check it out. This is the Hellion. We're out.